Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? Today is going to be a great day. Do you know why? We are starting today's episode by literally having one goal in mind. If we go to the Advanced Rocketry tab, this is the quest that we want. The Electric Arc Furnace. If you guys remember, last episode we did manage to make an advanced metallurgic fabricator for modular machinery, and we have access to titanium right now. Titanium on its own is kind of garbage. What we're interested in is titanium alumite ingots. You get it in an arc furnace, and that is going to unlock Enderio for us. This guy over here, so this is the goal. So basically what we need is a ton of these heat-proof bricks. Oh yeah, really a ton, 81. So obviously magma blocks, some soul sand, some congealed slime, maybe a bit more, and more, and more, and more. That's only 36 blocks. Thankfully there is another island, so let us gather a bit more. I think that should be enough. Yeah, perfect. Hello? Oops, I don't think they like us. Go to hell, boys. Is there like a chest or something? Well, there is something. Nothing. After a teeny tiny bit of crafting, here should be our heat-proof bricks. And we're already out of something. Clay. That is 78. And this should be more than enough. If I have not done anything wrong, this should be the controller block as well. Thank you, thank you. And if I remember things correctly, depending on which kind of coil we use, the faster the machine is going to work. So maybe we can go with titanium? We should be careful not to use the cheaty titanium. Okay, so we have 22 of the non-cheaty ones, and we need 2 more. That is perfectly fine. We shall have 2 more one day. Yes, so non-cheaty coils. Now what we need to do is to get some hatches, and that requires machine structure. Well, we do have a ton of frames. Let us convert them. I'm not gonna lie to you, this could take a while. Oh boy. I just want to be able to make half a stack so that I don't have to craft them for a while. In a while later, and yes, I'm still crafting frames one by one, but we do have all the material that we need in order to make the arc furnace from Advanced Rocketry. I'm missing something. Oh yes, input hatch and output hatch. So if you look at the uses of the arc furnace, you might notice that every single recipe requires 100,000 RF per tick. That is not something that we can generate with this stupid reactor that we have over here as well, but at least we have an induction matrix. Maybe that's gonna help. Again, remember, these are very temporary setups that we just have to set up somewhere so that we would be able to progress, so we do it behind the reactors. And for some reason, I'm not a fan of making multi-blocks. Also, it scares me a bit that it does require 3 energy input hatches. So the coils go there. Oh. So energy hatches don't go there. They go on the top. It looks kind of weird, but are you complete? Yeah, we should have a few free channels over here. Okay, only the one. It's fine, we can have another crystal. We're actually pretty close to making new ones, so I don't really care. So that should be a decent supply of power. Let us give it something. Obviously, we do need a bit of titanium. And at this very moment, I have to do this one by one because the power is not keeping up. I think we're out of chlorine. Yep, that was the problem. So over here, we give you aluminium, we give you titanium, and that was extremely fast. And where does it go? Okay, titanium aluminite ingots. Perfection at its finest. We just make sure that we don't convert them into gears. We want the plate. And if I'm not wrong, ladies and gentlemen, don't you worry, we're just missing a stupid gear. Take number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the simple machine chassis, Enderio. Yes. You are finally unlocked. And we also get a loot chest. Garbage. Very garbage. So some of you guys have been telling me that not all of the items that can be replicated using the matter fabricator are available in the JEI. And I'm very grateful for that because one of those items was, I forgot what it was. Yes, the connector from Environmental Tech, the stupid expensive thing. Can you also duplicate chassis? No. Well, I guess that is fine. Give me some connectors. And it's actually very cheap, it's like 1.7 millibuckets. I wish it would have worked on the machine chassis, but it's fine. But ladies and gentlemen, you guys already know the drill. We make a garbage alloy furnace, and obviously we start making different kinds of blends. Today is probably going to be the day of achievements. That should give me the green dye blend, perfect. The industrial dye blend, and I'm assuming our first actual chassis? Perfect. Thank you. So I think our first order of business should be to try and make a sag mill so that we would be able to make grains of infinity. I mean, we should use nuclear craft instead of Enderio for making dark steel. This is amazing. Can you make the armor with this? Yes, the inventory panel. I shall have that very soon. Wait a minute, there was also a very nice armor? Yeah, the Ender armor. Oh, maybe later. So, a garbage sag mill. Thank you, thank you. And I just weighted the chassis. I don't need this. I really thought you can upgrade them. Well, at least making the gears is a bit easier. So I'm not really sure how many grains of infinity we have. If we have 81 of them, we should be good. And we have 123. We just make 9 blocks. We compress it, and if we put it inside the sag mill, there is a 5% chance that we get 1 grain of infinity as a byproduct. And of course, we also get our block back. So I have been collecting some capacitors. That's going to save us a bit of resources and a bit of time. Machine upgrade, it doesn't seem to be that bad. So I just put this inside the sag mill and it was instant. Holy, good capacitor. Thank you. So over here at our terrace, what I did is that I have installed a sag mill, a crafter from RF Tools, and 1 drawer. The sag mill is going to break down the block of infinity, the crafter is going to blockify it again and put it back inside the sag mill, and any grains of infinity that we get goes inside this drawer. And of course we also have a trash can to void these infinity dusts. I should have checked, yeah, they don't have any uses. But I think they're going to summon Enderman and Endermite? Nothing happened. And nothing happened. Does it have to be dark? Actually, something is happening. Oops. Okay, we don't do that. But we have learned something new in Thaumcraft. Oh, we got a slime. Hello. Go to hell. Now that we have unlocked Enderio, we can take a very small break and have a bit of fun. Fun for me are magic mods. Or basically stupid things which serve no purpose. Therefore, I was scouting in order to find a location for our magical base. And then I came across this beauty. No, not this one. That one. That is amazing. This is called the Wasteland. It is from Nuclear Craft. No comments. Please. And I really love this place, especially the mobs that it has. The fun part is that they can climb walls, so if I stand on the roof, they can all come up. They're crazy. Also, they don't really take fall damage, which is kind of cute. It's also not really that far away from our base. This is the Wasteland, and this is our base. But I was thinking maybe we can even have a viaduct. Another very important thing is that you might notice next to the wastelands, we have an amazing biome. A sacred spring which is incredibly laggy. But at least we get the spring water, gives you regen. So long story short, this is going to be our new base. But for the moment we go home and change our armor. Hello, good evening to you, sir. How dare you? Jerk. So, this is going to be our brand new armor, and it looks amazing. Seems to be a bit more powerful than the HEV suit. Another very important question is that can we have some electric fences as our first line of defense? I forgot how it works. Okay. We get shocked. That's always a good sign. Yeah, based on this, I have a feeling this is the inside and this is the outside. Because I mean, as a person who has already placed it, I already know this is high voltage. So it has been nighttime and let's make some of them follow us. Come on in. Oh, this is fun. I like that. I really do. We just need to have a bigger gang. Oh, they give you radiation. And they really jump high. Gather around, boys. And try to come in. Oh, that's a flaw. A big flaw. We're out. But in theory, it's a fun thing. We are going to use fences because they're fun, but I was thinking we go a bit offensive. So this is a turret from Tech Guns, and this is a very expensive gun. And it does have a very expensive ammo. So how does it... That was amazing. Holy, those are amazing. That is a fairy. Was. Anyways, just out of curiosity, we put you over here. We give you the ammo. Go in. Here's the battery. And here's the gun. Do your thing. Oh, I forgot about the power. This should be fun. And it does have a huge range. Holy. Well, I really want to use that gun. The only problem is the slugs. That is titanium. It's Tech Guns. We can use the cheaty titanium, but it's titanium. And each one gives you like... He gave me uranium. What? Wait. This is more important. Do you give me uranium? Yeah, they drop uranium. We're gonna live here. I came back to our base to gather some resources and well, I did make a few machines from Enderio and I just wanted to show you something. So we want to be able to make a few vibrant alloy, correct? This is energetic alloy. These are some ender pearls and look at the speed. Ah. Also, just as a very small example, I do have a sag mill and look at this one. It's done. Anyways, the main reason that we are here is that I want to be able to make a viaduct system and I have been making a few viaducts, but there's another thing that I have to do. The ore miner. We do have enough erodium crystals in order to upgrade it. That's 3 stacks and a half. Why do you have to be Osgo glass? Fine, be Osgo glass. Oh, I can't break it. I'm not a fan of this mechanic, but there you go. Osgo glass, or whatever the hell it is called. Wait a minute, does this mean that I cannot use a primal crusher? That would be a shame. Anyways, whatever the hell this is, sassy. Or minor tier 2, probably need to upgrade all of these guys. Yes, thank you. I think the last one was 24 structure blocks, this one is 32. Remember that we would be able to dupe interconnect, so making them is not going to be a problem. And what else do you need? The next crystal that we're going to look for is going to be chironite, and that is a purple lens. So there you go. Oh, we can have modifiers. Oh, we need this crystal. Oh, we can craft it. Well, really? That was amazing. I was awarded a few bits of mica, which I don't remember where I put it. I swear I was awarded some mica. I put it here? Oh yes, thank you. So if nothing goes wrong, this should be a valid structure. Are you? Yes. You need 31,000 RF per tick. What's wrong with you? Well, every 4 seconds we're going to get ores. Can't really complain. I have to improve this reactor. We're at minus 2700 heat. We can make it a bit cooler by having some Enderium coolers. You know, in the corners. Some cryotium coolers. And obviously extra cells. Can you sleep in the reactor? Okay. Well, the gist of it is, I just spammed cells and coolers. In no particular order. And now we're generating 35,000 RF per tick. It's not that bad. We can add like one more cell. We have it already, so why not? Yeah, 37,000 almost. But that is going to eat through our fuel. Do we have more thorium? Yeah, I guess we can process that. We are getting the chironite crystals, and I think what I'm going to do after that is that I'm just going to make a solar panel. Moving on, let us talk about viaducts. We have already done this once in MC Eternal for long-range transportation, so it's been a while. This is a normal viaduct, correct? You just wrench it to open the hatch, like so, on both sides. You can obviously name them, so this is going to be 1. And since I'm very creative, this one is going to be 2. And if we come over here and select 2, we shall be teleported. But this is the normal viaduct. It's not very fast. What we want to be able to do is to use the long-range viaduct, and this is a bit more complicated. And it's also like way cheaper, so why the hell not? So the way that it works is that you will have your long-range viaduct, and then you're going to add long-range linking viaducts. So on its own, you cannot really interact with this, but if you add normal viaducts, then it's going to work. And then if you right-click on the linking viaduct, it will find the other one. So we open the normal ones, and we can get teleported. That's how it works. Just in case you're crazy enough to play Enigmatica 2 and you're crazy enough to use viaducts. Another thing that you guys might remember in MC Eternal is that we had a pretty decorated tunnel for our viaduct, because that was like 250 blocks, but this one is 700 I think? So we can't really go that crazy. Our base is at a chaparral, so our average Y level is around 80. The desert that we're going to go to is going to be Y level 69, so we need to go down a bit. So just in the chaparral itself, we need to go underground. Why is there water? Jerk. Okay, so I'm finally done, and yes, it's around 800 blocks. That's a lot. But I did manage to get a few pixies. One of them stole my dank null, so I put her in a jar. Anyways, we have one linking viaduct over there and one over here. They do get connected. Lovely. So let us see if we can actually... Well, but you are linked. Oh, you are linked. It just took some time. So how fast is this? It's cool. Whatever you want to say, this is really cool. We could have just teleported, but you know, this is more fun. And we have arrived. Lovely. It's not really going to be floating like this. What we're going to do is that later on we're going to make supports and decorate the tunnel just a bit. However, over at our new base, we're going to need a few gizmos, so let us go and craft them. Also, the distance is so long that every time you have to click on this. Yeah, that's not great. But don't you worry, it shall be fixed. Also, I did bring the thieves back home. Hello. One of the things that we are going to need at our new base is going to be the inventory panel from Enderio. I like it, no other reason. So that does mean I have to find a stupid witch. Actually, we do have cyclic, so there is an easier way. Yes. Engraved thunder. There is no mending. You will do. Come with me. I am back home. Yes, I'm still crafting frames. How many is there left? Okay, not much. We need to make some soul machine chassis, and unfortunately, I don't have any cocoa beans. That's coconut. Oh, there was a witch here. Burn. Here is another pixie. She took something. I don't know what she took. My axe. Jerk. Anyways, I do remember there was a jungle here and I did see some cocoa beans. Then again, maybe not. This is the problem with Minecraft. You have nuclear reactors, but you have to find cocoa beans. Oh, these things. Hello. Be my friend. Stop moving, you idiot. Yes, we're friends. It's a really fast method of transportation. I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, I'm not really sure how it happened, but the bird died. And also, we don't really need cocoa beans. It just has to be brown dye. Yeah, exactly. I have made myself a slice and splice. We're going to use one of these cheaty capacitors. This is just a decent capacitor, it's not really designed for a specific machine. But we shall also have our soul binder, and yes, this one has a specific upgrade. You see that, soul binder 3.7. I'm assuming that's good? Oh, and I used one of the machine chassis in order to make an experience obelisk. And we do need a bit of XP. A shear, one axe, ender resonator, the sentient ender. It's instant. That means we should be able to make our inventory panel. And now I need to make some of these inventory system storages. Well, the higher tier I go, the better it's going to be, so why the hell not? I need some machine chassis. I think it's fairly obvious that today we do not have the resources or the material that I need in order to make the base completely, but here's what we're going to do. We're just going to make the basics, and unfortunately I need a ton of chassis. And unfortunately a ton of chassis means a ton of titanium. Somebody left me a very important comment, and apparently there is a cheaty way. Bauxite ore. Well, technically the vein. This is from immersive engineering, and you have different ore veins, and one of them is bauxite and it gives you rutile. Rutile is titanium. Apparently they forgot to remove that from the recipes, but if we get rutile ore inside the arc furnace, we're going to get 4 titanium ingots. Technically we are supposed to find it at, I don't know, these places. So maybe my next goal should be to make an excavator and just check out everything. Because these inventory systems are a bit expensive. We can go to large, we can go to huge. Yes, and we can go to... no. Oh, huge is the final one. Yeah, then we're going to need enhanced machine chassis, which I'm assuming... oh, it's not that bad. Uh-oh. Actually, that's going to be like way cheaper because we don't need the frames from thermal expansion anymore. I just need some end stone. Thank you. That is some end steel. Perfect. Some grains of piezoality. And I guess some enhanced machine frames. Lovely. So, enormous inventory. Now it's a warehouse. Now it's an extended warehouse. That should be tons of storage. I just made myself a core sample drill, and every chunk that you see over here should contain some sort of an ore or a fluid. This is from immersive engineering. We have an RTG. I don't mind placing the excavator over at this desert, so this is why we're checking it out over here first. So what do you have? Nickel. That's it. I think you can shift click it down. Yes. We move to another chunk. Well, technically speaking, I really prefer it to be somewhere around here. If it works, it's a miracle. Iron vein. Garbage. Oh, nothing. Nothing is good. No minerals, just lava. How can you not have anything? Really? Nothing? Why would you need water? Osmium and oil. That's actually useful. For oil, obviously. Ladies and gentlemen, I have done a ton of sampling, and finally we have it. Bauxite vein. Gives you almost 40,000 ores. Most of that is going to be aluminium. Actually, let's leave everything here. We just want the excavator. That's it. Having an excavator on its own is not going to be very useful for us because we need to provide it with, I think, around 4,000 RF per tick. So I have been thinking, why not make a quantum entangloporter? I had it on my hotbar for a while, so why the hell not? Well, let us try to make 4 of them. So, some teleporter frame. Is it a quest? No. 4 teleporters. They don't stack. Matter beamer. Oh, we're out of something. Machine frame. Oh, I did not replicate this. I'm an idiot. Well, it's fine. For the moment, we can have 1 quantum entangloporter. That should be a quest. Thank you, thank you. I'll go get the rest of the garbage. You shall be known as base power and input power, I guess. Yes, it's charging up. So I have made myself 4 quantum entangloporters. One of them is hooked up to the matrix, and then I realized something very important. But first off, since I have mentioned that we're going to go with the environmental tech solar panels later on, we have some chironite crystals, and I made myself a tier 3 solar panel. Seems to be decent, you just need 49 solar cells. However, that is not the main part. Apparently, what we should be able to make is a digital miner. We already got the robot, we just need 2 more teleporters. We already have the computer, and that's it. Everything stacks. Digital miner. So what I want is draconium. That's not the ore dictionary. Was it F3 and H? Ah, draconium ore. Oh, sorry, yeah, there's no dash. Yep. Perfect. There should not be any draconium ores in the overworld, but there should be something in the Twilight Forest. Just a teeny tiny bit is more than enough for me. You know, to make some energy crystals, that's it. You have power, radius of 32, height of, I don't know, 256. You found nothing. Oh, I can't fly here. Interesting. This is just a test, it doesn't really have to... Oop, we found something. Silk touch it next time. I was just going to say that this is just a test, and if it proves to be incorrect, we can just go to the deep dark. It's very slow. I forgot upgrades. Who's shooting? Jerk? Okay, that was fine by me. I already know it works. So if we put you inside the sag mill... Wow, that was great. I'm happy, we have access to draconium. The only problem is the supply of plutonium. We did manage to raid a few of them, but crafting it is going to be a pain. Well, we can have 7 cores, but if you look, there's no recipe for it. You have to craft a block, and that requires tiny pile of plutonium, which can come from Mox nuclear fuel, which requires more plutonium. Wait, what? I think with this recipe you can go on a loop because you get more plutonium than you need. I know that I'm getting distracted, but this is kind of important. Apparently we would be able to make Mox nuclear fuel like so, but I think I need a hazmat suit. So the suit, the legging... Okay, I'm a bit confused. Why do we have so many options? Yes, this is much better. I'm assuming it was the rubber boots. Anyways, Mox nuclear fuel. I'm not sure if it's radioactive or not. And I think we can burn it inside this reactor. If that is so, it's gonna be perfect. Gives you the same amount... Oh, yeah, we have to wait for this to be finished. So can I burn you? It's... Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Turn off. 9,000 heat. 120,000 RF. Well, I did plant like a few bajillion cells without any coolers, so maybe we should be able to remove some of them. I don't know. These guys and these ones. It's almost 50,000 RF now. And we have some heat to spare. This is such an important discovery that I have made, and you have no idea how important it is. I need a fuel reprocessor. And I know before we wrap up the episode, at least we're going to have the excavator. Dude, burn. Perfect. Depleted Mox nuclear fuel. We recycle you, and I'm hoping that's gonna be enough. Well, crafting it back into plutonium is not a very good idea because, you know, it's a bit expensive. And you need cyanide, which we don't have. But I think we can make. I mean, there was a cheaty recipe for it. Maybe it still exists. Well, cyanide itself is not a problem. Plutonium. Okay, so every time that the fuel burns, we're left with one tiny pile of plutonium. And then we can craft one more fuel. That's actually very good because I can expand this reactor and make it much more efficient. Yeah, don't try to sleep with a sleeping bag when you're holding plutonium. Oh, I'm gonna die. It's fine. We can have some apples. Come on. Regeneration for 1 minute. Radiation for 2 minutes. Oops, I'm dying. Regen. Oh, I have regen. Yeah, there's no way of fighting it. I'm gonna die anyways. Yep. Shut up. Well, this is one of the worst machines that you can make, and I'm always garbage at it. I could not use the projector because I don't know how to rotate it. I wanted it to be facing that way. But I'm really hoping I did not mess it up. Seems correct. Oh, and by the way, just in case you're wondering, that is the excavator. We have a hammer. Where do we hit? Wow. That was correct. Between you and me, that never happens. But here is your power. You should start working. Doesn't have to touch the ground. And this is our first diamond chest. And this is our first aluminium. 5% of that is going to be rutile, that's it. Which equals around 2000 rutile ore and 8000 titanium ingots. Well, if we put it inside the arc furnace, are there any better methods? Well, unless I go with mechanism, no, there's not. But we have rutile. Cheaty rutile. Also, we might as well chunk load you. Just out of curiosity, do you actually work? That was great. Thank you so much for the tip. Some of you guys have been asking me in the comments that you want to be a part of this world and you want to be a crystal hanging on the wall. And yes, we are going to do that, but once we make the new base. Because in my current bunker, there's actually not much of a space. Next episode, I think we should be able to get the frames up. You know, have enough walls. But for the moment, we have our titanium plate. So many chassis. Free chassis. It's not very free because you still need the hardened self frame and that's a bit expensive. But just before we wrap up today's episode, a few points, which I forgot to mention. When I said I made myself a tier 3 solar panel, I just meant the controller. We can't afford the rest. So that could take, I don't know, maybe another episode or so? Also, the plutonium thing is going to work, so next episode we're also going to expand this reactor so that we would be able to produce Mox nuclear fuel and get some plutonium. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.